Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy inspiring stories from the world of television. Every generation of TV has its legends. Some quietly step away, while others leave in a moment that captures the world's attention. On what seemed like an ordinary morning, millions tuned in to see Kelly Ripa, a familiar face who had been part of their daily lives for more than 2 decades. Viewers expected her bright smile, quick humor, and the warmth that had become her trademark. But what they witnessed that day felt deeply different, genuine, emotional, and unforgettable. Kelly Ripa announced her departure not through a press release or headlines, but live on air, during what would become one of television's most memorable farewells. There was no glamour or performance, just honesty and emotion. Tonight, we'll look back at that heartfelt goodbye, the reasons behind it, and the legacy she leaves behind. Because this story isn't only about television, it's about change, courage, and the beauty of moving forward. Since joining the show in 2001, Kelly Ripa became a cornerstone of morning television. She shared the desk with legends like Regis Philbin, later with Michael Strahan, Ryan Seacrest, and most recently, her husband, Mark Consuelos. For countless viewers enjoying their morning coffee before work, she felt like part of the family. Her wit was charming, her openness refreshing, and her energy infectious. So when she announced her departure, it marked more than a professional change. It felt like the end of an era. Behind the scenes, Kelly had been quietly preparing for this moment. In the weeks before her announcement, fans noticed subtle signs, reflections on her past, heartfelt mentions of her grown-up children, and quieter moments where she seemed to pause and take everything in. That morning, she arrived at the studio earlier than usual. Staff members noticed her calm demeanor. She greeted everyone warmly, but there was a soft tone in her voice. When the cameras rolled, she smiled, but those who knew her best could see the emotion behind her eyes. As she began to speak, the room fell silent. Kelly thanked her audience, her colleagues, and everyone who had supported her throughout her career. Her words were sincere and full of gratitude. Then she said what no one expected. "This will be my final show." The atmosphere shifted instantly. Viewers at home and the studio audience alike were stunned. Kelly Ripa, the person who had started so many mornings for millions, was stepping away. Her decision wasn't made lightly. Over the years, she had spoken openly about the challenges of balancing her career with family life. Hosting a live show every morning required early starts, constant preparation, and endless energy. After more than 5,000 episodes, she felt it was time to focus on a new chapter, one centered around family, rest, and personal growth. Kelly had often mentioned how her children, now adults, were finding their own paths. She wanted to be more present for them, not just as a working mother, but as a mom who could share quiet moments, spontaneous lunches, and time free from the demands of a daily broadcast. The physical and emotional demands of live television can be immense. And after decades of giving her all, Kelly decided it was time to choose peace and balance. Her departure became a statement of strength, a reminder that sometimes stepping back is the bravest thing one can do. As the weight of her words settled in, Mark Consuelos, her co-host and husband, reached for her hand. The moment was genuine and deeply personal. The studio audience, sensing the significance of what they were witnessing, grew quiet. It was not just the end of a show, but a moment of real life unfolding before them. Producers played a tribute montage, highlighting her journey from her first day on air to unforgettable interviews and spontaneous laughter that defined her style. Messages from past co-hosts and friends filled the screen, celebrating her kindness, professionalism, and authenticity. Kelly sat beside Mark, holding back tears, as memories of her remarkable career played before her eyes. What she built went beyond television. She created a connection that made millions of viewers feel understood and included. Kelly Ripa's story is not one of endings, but of evolution. She redefined what it meant to be a TV host, blending humor, honesty, and humanity in a way that touched hearts everywhere. Her final broadcast was more than a goodbye. It was a celebration of everything she gave and everything yet to come.